Hi, Jackie here. I'm sharing my blog post for A Little Magpie using Elle's Studio Document December 2025 collection. So I'm just going to, I've just been doing some prep pages of inserts that I'm going to use in my December journal. The pages are very basic. They've not got much embellishment to them, but I wanted to do a few pages that when it gets busy in December, I can just sit down, add the photographs and add the decoration after. And also, I've not got any numbers on these pages, again, because so I can swap them around as I'm doing them, as I'm coming to create them. First, to start off with, my Christmas album is not going to be in this yellow album. I have got a snap album, the one with the cardboard with the red binding, which I'm going to use, and I'll be going to decorate the front. Now, for this year, which I don't think will happen, I am going to try and just use one album. I don't think it's happened because I have got quite a few things already planned that are Christmas themed, and I'll explain what I'll do when I do my Christmas ones. I don't just do one photograph, it'll be a whole section of photographs. So anyway, I'll explain as I'm going along about if I go on an event for a Christmas thing, I always want more than one photograph. Anyway, let's get back to the album. So yes, so I've got the album. I need to decorate it. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be using the Elle Studio papers and embellishments on the front, or whether I'm going to use one of the other collections that are current this year. I don't know if you know, but I am on Paige Evans' design team, so I'm due the box of a Merry Christmas collection, so that could be on the front. This year also, well, every year I do, I never stick to just one collection. I always like my albums to have a different feel to it. I don't like it to be just the bog standard, just one collection throughout the album. So at the moment in here, I have got Elle Studio for 2025. I will also have some Simple Stories Odd Candy Christmas. Obviously I'll have some Paige Evans Pink Fresh ones, which are Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, or Merry Christmas, I think it is. And I've also got Vicki Boutin's one as well. Can't remember what the name is, but I'll link all the links below. So as I said, it's for A Little Magpie, so all the links will direct you back to A Little Magpie website. So yeah, so I am going to do 6x8 album. I think, well, I know, I'm not kidding myself, it is going to be in 2 albums. It's not going to be in 1. I did start off by thinking, I can just do it in 1, but no, that's not going to happen. So let me go through what I have done so far. So I do a selection of out of pocket pages and also pocket pages. I've just put this pink one is for a blog post I've already done. Again, I'll leave the link below in the description box, and I'll also go through those ones as well. So again, I've done I can't remember if that's 4 or 5. Let's see. Yeah, so that's about 5 inch across, and obviously 8 down, using the Elle Studio paper pack called Joyful, I think, and also these lovely stamp sets. This one's called Christmas Vintage Badge Stamps, and they're all like the oval shapes of Christmas phrases. Or what fun, fa la la, 'tis the season, tradition, wish list, good cheers. And all I've done is use some ink and just stamped over it. This tag was cut from one of the pattern papers in their paper collection, and I have stamped December Story, which again is from one of the new stamp set, Christmas stamp sets, which is called December Story Stamp Set. I can get it out of the packet. So I've just stamped that December Story stamp set there. Again, Joy, there, and then use the other ones to just decorate the front. Now, I could just have that as just a filler card. I could add the photograph, or I could just add journaling along there, and the previous or the subsequent page could have the photograph and the full story. Then I've done several of the pocket things, and again, it's just a 6x4 card with one of the tags, new tags in the tag set, some of the pattern paper, and I've just stuck it down there. And like I've said before, I could have a photograph, some journaling, or I could embellish it more and it just be an embellishment piece. And as it's in this 3x4 by 6x4 pocket divider, I could put photographs up there. My next page again, another one. So it's a similar design to the previous one. And with one of the tags, just some ribbon. And then for this one, I wanted to make a pocket. It was going to go, or it might even still go onto a tag. So I've made a pocket using one of the pocket dies from Elle Studio. And so I've glued it all together. And then just add one of the tags in there. So that can either sit in there, or it can sit on a tag or a 6x8 piece of paper at the front, and then you've got some hidden journaling added. I could add photographs and things like that if I wanted to. This one I've tried to, well, I always do this, I always vary my page protectors as well, so I don't have the same page protectors going. I don't have 6x8 and then 2 6x4s and then a 3x4s, and I always like to vary them up just so it gives a bit of more a flow as you're going through my album. I do the same with my 12x12 albums as well. Where possible, I will add a smaller, I'll either add a pocket page in there, or I'll add a 12x6 page protector in there, just so as you're going through, it's not all 12x12 layouts. So this is another one. Again, all these things on here are from Elle Studio. So this is an old die. This Oh Ho Ho and the Joy are old metal dies. I think they're from about 2021, maybe. I think I got in when I was actually on the Elle Studio design team. I'm not 100% certain, but obviously I've still got them in my stash. So I've just cut them out using the current paper collection for Christmas. I've added one of the journaling cards in the journaling pack. I've already filled it all out. And then on here I've put that I'll have a photograph. This photograph, I've put 3x4, it'll just be a standard photograph because it's not really representing anything. It's just like a filler photograph. So it'll just be a standard photograph. Could be of me and James, it could be of a tree, or what's it called, a drink or anything like that. It's not really representing anything. So that's one of the filler pages. Again, I've done another one. So this one, I've done it as a flip up. So I've just folded the page in half. So I've got 6x8 page, folded it in half, added a envelope from my stash. I've stamped the Ho 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 down the front and used the stars on there. Again, cut this from one of the papers from the collection. Just added a little ribbon on the top, and again add a photograph or journaling, extra embellishments, and I could add things at the back. So like I said, all these pages that I've done and then I do prep are all things that can be added to. I've just done the basics for them. Again, done another one. This one I have put some pom-pom trim onto the bottom, and I'm fine with that. What I might do though is put this at the top as opposed to be hanging at the bottom, because when you stand the album up, they sort of get squashed, but I've done that now. So again, it's just a flip up, a die cut using one of the Elle Studio dies. Again, I'll link the tag. I'll link the product down below. Then I've just decorated it again. And then I've done 2 3x4s, which are just standard flip ups. And like I said, very straightforward, minimum embellishment. I can add to, these look as they are. I have put, this one, I added some stencil detail to the background, which you can't really see it. I don't think you can see it on camera, but you'll be able to see it. You can see it in real life. So there's a bit of stencil detail on the background there. And I think the last one was this pocket that I've done, or sorry, an envelope that I've done. Again, one of the tags from one of the pattern papers, and another tag on the front. With this one, I think I will do it onto a piece of 6x8 paper, or even onto the front of the page protector. I can put that onto the front of the page protector. Again, very simple to the design, and it's one of those things that you can add to it at a later date. Can't get it back in there. That's in there. Just pop that in there. So, like I said, earlier in October, I did a blog post, but I didn't do a video for them. So I've done a blog post with these following pages that I did. So I've just put that there so I knew where I was stopping when I was doing this video. So all these you'll be able to see close-ups on the blog post, which I'll put a link in the description box below. So again, using the large metal tag die from Elle Studio, and this is one of the new acrylics from Elle Magpie. So Sarah has got can do acrylics now and wood, so you'll see quite a lot of these Christmas ones in my Christmas album as well for this year. So again, I've just put some ribbon at the top, tied a bow at the top, and I've just added it there. It looks very simple, but again, I can add extra embellishments to it. I can add gems, I could add icons and things like that. So everything, like I said, I keep on repeating myself, I apologise, but everything I said is very basic and everything can be added to. Now this one I've made into a little pocket, again using the pattern paper from the collection, and I've just used one of the tags, one of the pre-cut tags, added it there, added some pom-pom trim at the bottom. Again, I can add more tags, I can add photographs, or just leave the tag as it is. And then some of the inserts, that's just one of the cards. Again, I've done another pocket, so I've die cut the pocket, stamped and used the tag, just add a little embellishment on the top. Again, I can add phrases and things like that on that one. So these two are cards from the actual Document December journaling tag pack that I've just put in there. Not put anything on that one. So again, I can put some ribbon or just stamp a phrase on there, or a circle right in the middle. I'm not decided what I'm going to do with it, but I thought I'd like that. There's also, in this December Daily collection, there's also a set of puffy phrases. So I've just added that one there, and some of the stars on that one. And then again, just adding pattern paper at the bottom, stamp detail, stamped a couple of phrases on this pre-cut card, tag, sorry, and a bit of ribbon at the top. Now this one is going to be, obviously, as you can see, out of the pocket page. So I just measure, I measure the page. So I think this is about 5 inches. And then I use my page protector as a guide to where I'm going to score down and where I'm going to put the hole punches. So I end up just I'm doing a mark, just scoring it down, and then I do a circle, and then I can punch it out there so I know that they're in the right position. And again, this is just pattern paper, and again, just making a little pocket in there, adding stickers on the bottom. Another one as well, again with the 2 pre-cut tags, and then put them in there. stamp features. Another 6x8 out of the pocket page. I'm using a full sheet of the from the Joyful collection from the Elle Studio 2025 paper pack, and just a simple design. A photograph. I could have journaling. Obviously, I think with most of these pages there will be extra embellishments, whether it's going to be gems, whether it's going to be puffy stickers, small stamp details, but every single one of the elements will be, every single one of the pages will have different elements added to them as I come to work with the putting the book together. So I think that's about it. I have got some more pattern paper and more pages at the back using hard candy, but that is for the Nest Box class, so I'm not going to show you there because they're going to be exclusive until you see my album come together. Then you can saw them, but at the minute they're going to be exclusive to the Nest Box kit. So that is my album for so far. I will be doing some more pages, and hopefully I'll be able to do another video just as a walkthrough. I do find it hard to, I find it easy to do the pages smaller, but I find it harder to sort of do a process video when I'm doing the pages. So to me it's easier if I do all the pages that I want to do and all the inserts, and then I talk about it, as opposed to trying to do a process video on all the various different pages. So that's it for me today. Thank you very much for stopping by. Please like and subscribe to our channel. If you've got any questions, please leave them down in the comment box below. I will add all the links to all the products I've used in the descriptions box below, and also the links to the other paper collections that I will be using for this album. Thank you very much for stopping by. Till next time. Bye.